So let's move on to the Buried by Backlog section. So this month it was my turn to pick the game, and I picked Dead Cells. So as just a bit of a quick rundown of what Dead Cells is, it's a roguelike Metroidvania-inspired action platformer that came out in 2018 and is developed and published by Motion Twin. So it's like a 2D action game. You play as this like sort of like pixely characters. It's sort of like pixel art, semi-looking.
Definitely,
game.
yeah.
Like 16-bit.
Yeah, and it's incredibly fast-paced roguelike game. So you go through the level, get as far as you can. If you die, you start again, and you sort of try and get to the end. There's seemed like quite a few levels to get through. I've not beaten it yet. I don't think any of us have beaten it.
No, I've only ever got to the end of the rampart bit.
No, Ben, have you completed it?
No, I haven't beaten it yet.
But
there's probably 2 more bosses on top of what I've done.
See. But it's not always the point of roguelike games to beat them. Sometimes it's just
it's just a bit of fun.
Enjoy. So do you want me to start with my thoughts, or shall we go around the room first and then I can give my thoughts at the end?
There's only you 2 in your room. Go around the room if you want.
I say you start, Brad.
It's my game. So
yeah,
I really enjoyed it. I thought at first I was struggling because it's hard. I don't know if you guys found it hard, but
yes,
you take a lot of damage really quickly.
Oh yeah.
And it's quite hard to dodge. You can when you start, you've got 3 weapons to pick from. You can have a weapon on your square, which is usually a melee weapon, weapon on your triangle, which can be a melee weapon or a ranged weapon, or you can have a shield, which will also go to your triangle.
Yes, you can like move him about, can't you? So technically you could have a shield on square, but
yeah,
you're probably not going to.
Or X and Y for us.
Yes. Sorry.
So you start with a choice between those 3. It's different each time you start the game. The further you get through the game, the better those starting weapons will be. I tried the shield once and really couldn't get the parrying window, so I sat that off.
Awful.
Yeah, I sat that off straight away. So the majority of my runs were one range weapon, 1 melee weapon, and then further through the runs you get like grenades and stuff.
Yes,
as well.
you do. Yeah, turrets and stuff.
Yeah, and I found that once I started getting the hang of it, once it was I was zipping through the levels really quick, taking out loads of enemies, I really started to enjoy it. I was zipping through the level super quickly. It looks beautiful. It plays flawlessly. Like no performance issues whatsoever. It's smooth like butter.
I was gonna one of my first notes about it is it's just wonderfully made.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's a really love letter to that genre of game.
The pixel graphics are beautiful. They're really done beautifully.
Yeah. So many enemy varieties, so many weapon varieties. Just so much there. That's for this sort of game. So I played it, on and off because I've been playing it between sort of other games. It's very much that type of game that you can sort of play between other games. It's not a big AAA, story heavy game. It's just sort of like a dabble in it every now and then. Loads to find in the world, loads of like little secrets, little like nods to other games. I don't know if you found any
of the same nature.
Yes, I found the Hollow Knight ones.
There's Hollow Knight.
Yes, and his sword is really good.
Yes, you can get the needle
in this game.
Yeah, but the needle does loads more damage, but you take loads more damage. You take double damage.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Oh, I never noticed that.
I didn't. Yeah. I didn't notice that either, Joe. I
noticed it late on, but yeah, it is.
Just bouncing on top of everyone's head.
It does a really good down and up. Attack as well.
Yeah.
Well, you can attack down and up. You can't with other weapons.
I think you can.
Really handy.
Some you can attack up for a lot of them, but not down. Yeah.
But it was There's loads to find. Loads of secrets. I found a Half-Life secret of all things.
That's
head
cool.
crab. There was loads like nods to loads of different games, which really surprised me. Not just games made by the same publisher. But yeah. Really loved that. And what I also liked is that there's sort of a path through the game, say you're moving left to right, but there's different worlds you can go to instead of others. So first time I went through it, I got to I think the second world was a toxic sewers and struggled in that world. But then I found a different route that took me to the
Ramparts?
No.
Ramparts.
No.
That's the third
Promenade
level.
of the Condemned.
You see, that's the only other level that I could say that was the second level.
You never got
I always got to that one.
So every single time you can always get both. You just have to find one.
Yeah.
Oh, I've only ever found the
So if you found the
promenade,
promenade, you can carry on in the prison level, the first level, and find the sewers if you want instead.
Yeah. So sewers is a bit harder, I would say.
And it's something
agree.
I definitely recommend doing because it's something I didn't realize till literally the other day. I played a lot trying to get as far as I can, and I got one rune or a few runes that give you permanent ability upgrades. And I think the one you get is it allows you to climb vines in the game. Did everyone get that?
Oh yes, I got that one.
There's loads of others, but you have to find them.
Yeah.
So and you have to find them in an order as well. So the second one you get,
Do they all get dropped by elite enemies?
Yes. Yeah.
The second one you get is in the toxic sewers. And did you ever find those coffins?
Yes.
Yes, that
You rub them.
Knock.
Yeah.
Or rub,
Yeah.
that's it.
If you get this rune, it lets you teleport.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh.
If you get that, you then go back to, I think, the Promenade of Condemned, and it unlocks another area, which gets a whole new map you can go to, where you can unlock a ram stomp, which I think breaks the floor beneath you in certain areas.
I have noticed that there's definitely some kind of thing that.
And then you can go back to the
stomp
toxic areas, and then you can unlock the ancient toxic zone, which gets you another area, and then another boss, and then another area that I never got to, which got me the spider climb ability. So you probably noticed the walls look like you can climb them.
Sometimes they do.
Or you can. You have to get the rune. So all those things I didn't realise, and that once I realised, it actually made the game even better. I was already enjoying it, trying to get as far as I can, but then I found there's 5 or 6 levels, like whole levels on areas I didn't even know existed, and now I've got loads of permanent abilities that I can use.
See, it's a lot more complex than I was going to say. It's quite a complex game. All the weapons. I love all the different animations for all the different weapons. It's very complex.
Oh, there are some really cool weapons
definitely.
I found.
But that just adds another layer to
really
it.
does, and I definitely recommend. I ended up having to Google how to get them and where to get them.
Yeah, because I got the teleporting one, but I didn't get anything after that.
Yeah.
So
but you found that on your own, didn't you? I hadn't.
Yeah.
So the only progress I was getting, still meaningful, is every time you finish a world, like a map, you get a store that you can then, all the enemies you kill drop cells.
You spend your cells.
You can spend them on permanent upgrades that might be health flasks, so you can heal yourself, or better starting weapons and that sort of thing, which is really
a money bag to start with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're always trying to progress those sort of items. That's like a permanent progression, and then you've got the runes to collect, and then just general weapon blueprints, and there's absolutely loads to collect, which is great. It really makes it interesting, and it helps that the game plays.
Well, when you start
really
the game,
solid.
there's loads of like glass orbs above you, isn't there?
Yeah,
and they've got all the weapons.
Like flasks.
Yeah,
you've unlocked.
Everything you've unlocked.
Yeah.
Mine's like
I've got about 5%.
hardly anything. Yeah.
And I feel like I've got quite far through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine's barely.
And they charge you 1 coin to look at it.
I don't know why they do that.
Fantastic.
The only sort of negative I have that comes to mind is that there's quite a bit of DLC, which is great, but the DLC is kind of integrated a bit too much into the main game. So I'll find a doorway to go through, think it's a new world, and I'll click on it and it's like, oh, you need the DLC for this. And a bit like, oh, it took me off the main path to find that.
Is that what that massive red door is by the?
I don't know. I don't know what that
area
is.
I've never.
Well, I don't know what that is.
I think that's why Hollow Knight's needles in the game, actually,
because it's a DLC.
Because there is a DLC with a load of kind of similar games to it, where in fact I think Castlevania's
I was going to say
too.
Castlevania's. You can get a Castlevania DLC.
Because I definitely got a Castlevania whip.
I think that's quite new. There's a Return to Castlevania mode in it.
Yeah,
and I think it's quite new.
Yeah, so it's still being updated now, kind of, with the DLCs. So it is cool that they're implementing in the game, but I don't think it should let you walk up to the world.
No, and for the most part, it's not too bad. But the reason why I think it's a little bit of a negative is because if you complete the world fast enough, you get a bonus. And sometimes
you get to do an extra door.
And you get some extra cells and stuff.
Yeah.
If you wander off the beaten path and you find one of these doors that you can't even go through, it's a waste of time. And you've literally wasted your time because now you can't get the bonus. So a bit annoying, but no, that sort of.
But there's also the bonus for taking your time and exploring, which is the one with the deaths. You kill as many
without getting hit
things as you come across. You can get a different door.
Yeah, you have to kill them without getting hit, and they're really hard. I don't think I've ever done it.
I think I have once.
I've unlocked one of them, and that was like 30.
Yeah, I think I've done
the first world.
I think I've done that once, but I've never ever got the second one, 60. So what about your guys' thoughts, Ben? I think you've got probably the furthest out of.
Absolutely love it. It really gels with me. It's another one that I can pick up and put down. Again, I was playing this on my phone with a backbone though, rather than screen touching.
Yeah.
And it just clicked with me. I absolutely love it.
A very addictive,
like you say, it's
addictive sort of quality to it.
It's fast paced. You feel powerful because you can do slam down on the ground and things.
Which is cool when you get the fire.
Oh, that was a game changer. Yeah. I figured out you could do that because that was just regular fall, and I was like, "Why am I taking fall damage? What's going on here?" But it just knocks you out for like a certain number of seconds. Yeah. But when you do the fast falls, like, this actually can hurt.
Yeah, especially when you get it and it sets fire out.
Shield guys.
Oh, the shield guys. I hate.
I hate.
Turn
them.
around too quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
So unless you've got like frost, which there's like a frost ability where you just sort of like throw like a frost mist.
Yeah, that my last
Sub-Zero style.
So good, especially against the first boss.
There's a frost bow that I found that was pretty good.
Anything frost is just like OP, especially against the bosses.
I actually found the trap really good against the boss, like the bear trap.
I never really used it because
it just sticks him in one place.
It also multiplied your damage to him when he was in it.
Yeah.
That's true.
The amount of weapons and the amount of things to find is something that keeps me going back. Again, as you know, everything's mine.
It's pretty obscene, isn't it? The amount.
And I still now I've done 76 runs on it because you can look at your game save.
I looked at mine.
No,
and I looked before I came on it, so I could say it. I've done 76 runs, and even up until yesterday, I was still seeing new places that I've just not been to.
Well, again, I recommend going and getting all those runes because
and I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
I knew I was unlocking them, but I thought I'd stumble over them. I didn't think I'd have to try and work out how.
The ancient sewers is like an orange version of the normal sewers, which is harder. There's another area that's almost like futuristic-y, which is really hard. I got absolutely destroyed there, almost like aliens in it. There's another area that's covered in like a red mist that hurts you. I didn't realize it hurts you, and it killed me.
Yeah, I died really fast there.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Get that
there's
far.
Some others, and then there's just the general path.
There's a piratey feeling one. There's a guy with a pirate hat on and a cannon walking around.
Yes, that's just on the normal path though.
Yeah. That's the normal run, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it like a stilted city or something?
No, Stilt Village. You mean?
Yeah.
No, I think it's a different one. It might be.
Yeah, I remember getting to the clock tower. That was as far as I got.
Yeah, which you won't have got to the clock tower, will you, Joe?
No, I didn't see that.
It looks just like Dracula's castle in Castlevania.
Oh,
it's very, very frustrating, the clock tower, going up one direction to then come back down and go up another direction and having to fight the same amount of solid enemies.
Well. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, tight and claustrophobic. It's hard to get through them all.
Yeah, definitely. But what about...
So, overall, favourite weapons?
Oh,
mine's the flintlock pistol and sword.
That was great, wasn't it?
That's a great combo.
It's really good. I like the needle because it's really quick. There was another one I had that was really quick. I want to say it's like twin daggers or something.
I got twin daggers, and I got it with this perk. The best I did was when I had these. I don't know if it was daggers or two swords, but it froze time as I was doing it too.
Oh, that sounds good.
And it was amazing. It was killing things like so quickly, and I was just like beelining through the game. And then I got to the clock tower, and I think I got about halfway through the clock tower and died because it was the first time I got there. I also got a whip that I think it
electrified the water.
Yes,
that's a good one to use.
I think it.
Not if you stood in it.
But like
no,
I could do.
I think it just electrified the floor in general, but it also did water as well because I remember that. That was the It was like a vampire whip or something.
I don't think I've had that.
Was it called Vampire Killer?
Yeah.
That's the Castlevania whip.
So that's the Castlevania reference.
So my favourite was sorry, Joe. What did you pair with the pistol and the sword?
Well, I was going a melee and a ranged, but I eventually went for the broadsword you get to pull out of the person you meet at the beginning. The second and third hit, it always crits, and it hits for massive really damage.
Slow.
Yeah,
slow.
But it stuns on the first hit.
It's like Ganon.
So you stun them, and then you get 2 crits straight away afterwards.
It's like Ganon in Smash.
So my favourite over all of it, and it's silly, and I kept going back, was a really high-powered baseball bat and a Molotov.
Nice.
And it's just so fast.
What's really good is the pan.
I didn't even know
Did you get the pan?
No.
Because that crits if...
Is that a PUBG reference?
If the enemy's facing you, it crits first time.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is really
oh, I got some nunchucks that do that.
Oh, the nunchucks are cool.
I've not
It
even
hits
had
on
the nunchucks.
every hit where they're facing
The animation for the nunchucks was amazing.
So
So
good.
many. He does so many moves before he finishes the.
That's cool.
Like-
the bones, quite
And
cool,
it does stun as well,
I've never had
so they
any
don't
of
attack you
those.
back.
Yeah.
It's mad. I always like having the frost blast.
I like the frost
If you
blast.
could get that, I always found that was worth keeping.
I just love that each time you get the weapons, it's got randomly rolled perks with it as well.
Yeah.
Like I think about the third or fourth time I found the sword and gun, it was either every few seconds it drops a poison grenade, or every time you roll it drops a poison grenade.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So for the shield guys, that was really good because they'd start taking damage after you roll past them already.
I didn't.
So you'd only have to hit them
I
once.
quite like the throwing dagger as well. Really weak, but it hits them with bleed. So you could just run through and just chuck loads of daggers and just make people bleed, and then just carry on and they'll die.
That's cool. I didn't know about that. I don't like the bomb guys as well. Not the bomb guys at the start of the game, but as you progressively get through, like the clock tower, there was so many bombs flying at me.
That blow up when they hit you as well.
Yeah, in the sewers as well.
I did not know how to deal with those like Egyptian-looking mage guys.
Oh, I
was like, I just need to hit them before they see me.
Bum rush them. That's basically it. It is a cool game.
I struggled a lot with the first boss. The guy on the bridge.
I've not died to him.
I've died to him.
I struggled a lot with him. I really did. I had to first time to beat him. I had to put bear traps down and a turret down and just stay away from him. I couldn't hit him.
Yeah, it's when he puts that orb around him. That's why I didn't know what to do. And then at the end, he's jumping at you as well.
Yeah, he gets really, really erratic towards the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, if you got the frost, when he puts the orb, you just freeze him.
Well, when I did start doing the bear trap, that really helped because he basically the couple of times I did get through him, I put the bear trap down if I had it, and then I'd just spam him, and I'd do one combo and he'd be at half health. I'd be like, oh, that's nice.
I got a really interesting grenade weapon that turned me into a chicken.
What?
Oh, I got that. That's tremendous.
Bouncing around, laying eggs that blow up.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was
a really good one.
So you enjoyed it then, Ben? What about you, Joe? What are your thoughts?
I loved it. It took me a while to get used to the controls at first because anything beyond horizontal button press just made me duck straight away. It was really sensitive to ducking.
Yes.
So I wish I could have played it with a D-pad rather than an analog
I found
stick.
I had a bit of like a Smash Bros sort of feel where I kept pressing, I want to say down and accidentally doing the down thrust and not meaning to, or something like that, where, with Smash Bros, you've got your up and your down on your stick, and you almost do the incorrect button sort of like presses because of it. I did get that a couple of times.
But once I got to grips with that, I need to stay away from anywhere beyond 90 degrees to go downwards.
Yeah.
It was just flowed like a cool summer breeze. It was great.
It did take me a few runs to really get. I mean, I wouldn't even say I really got the hang of it now, but I'm significantly better.
The only thing I will say is when you go through the first world, you go and you get a perk from the woman before you go to the potion refill. Yeah. I wish those perks were permanent perks.
The mutators.
Or you could upgrade them later. Yeah, that's it, mutators. Because I thought that's what they were going to be.
Yeah.
Because with it being a roguelike, I thought there'd be more stuff that you could keep.
Yeah, I mean, there is quite a lot.
Because my weapons never improved when I was going at the start. I always had the same sword, same bow, same shield, all the way through. And I'd done like 3 worlds.
When you get later, I think when you beat the first boss, there's a new guy who pops up only then that you can put cells into that increases the rarity of the weapons you find. So essentially the weapons you start with and get early will be better. But for the mutators, you always have to go for the one at the bottom.
Yes.
No, I always go for the vampirism one.
Always go for the bottom one because it gives you an extra life, but you can only do it on your first selection. It doesn't let you do it later.
Yeah.
It says in the thing, so you have to pick it first, and it gives you 1 extra life if you die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to pick that, and then
it took me a while to work that out.
Yeah, same to be fair, because I was like, why is it not letting me pick this?
Yeah.
In later things, because I used to just pick all the melee ones.
Yeah, I always pick that. Then the vampirism. What's it? It wasn't called vampirism.
Necromancy.
Yeah, and then the combo one or something.
I did exactly the same. Yeah. Strange.
They all related to cooldowns, but I found that I never used my gear, so I didn't need cooldowns for anything.
I always forgot I got them, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's
even more.
Maybe I used the odd grenade, but I was like, well, my sword's faster.
There's even more stuff later. There's a guy who gives you new ways to play the game. So there'll be like I don't know how to describe it, like almost like a permanent mutator, but they do a lot of different stuff. So there's one that I think is called like Assassin. It makes you invisible and do like loads more damage or something. It turns off like, it's almost like cheats, but they're not necessarily always beneficial. So it just like augments the way you play the game.
Yeah.
And there's about 30 of those you can put on.
Jeez.
But you have to unlock the guy to put them on. But it's a good way to just like run through the world and see what it's got to offer differently.
That's cool.
There is so much to the game.
The biggest unlock for me when the game started gaining momentum was paying for the random roll weapons at the beginning, because keep getting the same crappy bow and the same crappy sword.
Yeah,
it was hard work. But the second I actually unlocked the random roll stuff at the beginning, fantastic. All sorts, random all the time. Yeah. Baseball bats, crowbars, you name it, it just kept coming. So it made me play more and more and more and more.
I need to start actually unlocking the blueprints. Like I found the blueprints, but you actually need to put cells into them.
Yeah.
And I never.
On the subject of cells, do you only get cells from enemies you haven't killed already in previous runs? Because I wasn't getting them from every enemy.
I think early you don't get as many. You definitely get more as it goes on. Yeah, you don't get them from every.
I think it's almost random.
It did seem to be random, like how many I got.
At the end of the first level, I usually have like 10.
From.
And then by the end of like, say, the 5th world, I've usually got like 50.
I was just trying to do the first one as quick as possible.
Same. That was that moment. Run fast.
Yeah.
I didn't fight anybody in the first one because you got so much more early on from getting through it in 2 minutes.
I don't think it's very good at telling you what all these mechanics are. I think there's so much going on that I feel like when I first booted up, I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I pick? What do I pick up? I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't want a big wall of text telling me though.
Yeah.
So
no,
I definitely get why that isn't in the game, but it was sometimes a bit overwhelming to be like, I was just clicking things at random a lot of the time. Like, oh yeah, that mutator, that'll do.
Sometimes it tries to get you to sort of figure it out yourself, which works for some people, not for others.
I do like that.
I think it strikes a nice balance. Some games are a bit too obtuse. I find some FromSoft games to be a bit too obtuse, whereas this is a nice balance.
Yeah, there's just so many numbers going on. You're like, oh yeah, that one.
yeah. So what's your thoughts on it, Jake?
I really enjoyed it. Much of what we've all said, the amount of weapons and stuff that's in the game. You guys telling me about stuff that I ain't even seen, which sounds mental. I think it's wonderfully made, as I said.
Yeah.
I know it's only pixel art, but beautiful.
It looks beautiful, yeah.
When you get to the later levels and the enemy varieties change and they start looking like crazy, like the pirate guy with the cannon.
Yeah.
I do think they're a bit basic at first, which is a bit of a shame, because the first time you run through the game, you must be like, what are these enemies? It's just like
zombie,
some green pixelated zombie.
You know, it took me about 50 runs to actually notice that where you first drop in as the goo, that is a giant in the background that's been killed.
Yes, it is.
I didn't even realize. I didn't twig it was a giant at all, and then like all of a sudden I sort of, I don't know, zoomed out a little bit and was like, oh, this makes so much more sense. Like that's why that big door's there.
I don't think it's going to be a game that I try to finish. It's too big. It's too many other games to play. But maybe if I keep it downloaded now and again, if I've got
dabble.
Have a little dabble in
speaking to you off the podcast, I know you've sort of expressed that roguelikes might not be for you.
Yeah, so I did want to bring this up as well. I think this has opened my eyes up to how much I don't like to have my time wasted.
I don't.
Because I know it's not being wasted. I am playing a game and I'm having fun. But sometimes the frustration of you get so far in the game. If I got really far and died, I wasn't too bad. I was like, I got really far there.
Good run.
Yeah, that was a good run.
Put your cells into the permanent.
The last run I did of it, I actually died to the first boss. And that really annoyed me.
I think
because I had good weapons and everything. I just slipped up and he jumped on me and he almost killed me. I think I had a little bit of health missing, but he killed me in like 2 hits, and so frustrated having to start again because I was like, oh, that was going to be a really good run. Now I've got to do it all again.
So I've played a few roguelikes recently, actually. It's a genre I kind of got into recently. I've played, obviously, this. I played Hades, which everyone loved. I played Returnal,
that's on my list
which everyone loved. I completed Returnal, which definitely annoyed me more than I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, but it was so annoying because of exactly what you say there. Hades annoys me sometimes, but what I like about Hades and Dead Cells is that even if you do get far and die, or not very far and die, you do still have that sense of progression. You're doing something. With a game like Returnal, there was times when a run could be half an hour, you die, and you've not actually progressed at all. There wasn't a lot of sort of like...
No, there's no feedback.
Well, no, there wasn't a lot of like progression between your runs so much.
Didn't get any progression in my run, that's when I felt more frustrated.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, that's 20 minutes down the drain.
Returnal was much more like luck-based. You kind of need to get a really lucky run and then unlock the next world. Once you've unlocked the next world, you've unlocked it permanently. Great.
To be fair to this,
you didn't get better.
It's kind of luck-based as well. Now, a lot of it's skill. Now, it is a very skill-based game, but you are getting lucky if you get a good weapon.
Yeah.
But you can upgrade those weapons.
I mean,
in
the flip side, like with Returnal, you didn't really carry tiny bits over.
Okay.
But pretty much every time you started just as bad as when you first started the game. And that was what was more frustrating, because you're not really carrying much. If you got to the end of the level and you didn't beat the boss, all that time was most likely wasted. Yeah. But then that's your sort of like your more combat style roguelikes, which you're bouncing off. But then you've got other styles, which I alluded to before, which are more knowledge based. So I'd definitely say up there with one of my favorite games is Outer Wilds.
It's on the backlog.
Have you guys played Outer Wilds?
I have not. I got that confused with Outer Worlds.
Outer Wilds. So none of you have played that.
No.
It is amazing. It's not on Games Pass, annoyingly. As soon as it is, play it.
Soon it's coming on the backlog.
Yeah.
I remember I got a download code for it by watching E3 loads of years ago.
Nice.
It was before the game actually came out. They were doing like pre-download codes. If you watch E3 through this Microsoft streaming service, I can't remember what it's called. Mixer, I think it was called. And they'd hand out gifts.
What's fascinating about that game, and it's one of those games you're best going in knowing nothing and not even searching anything, just experience it. But that is a roguelike in a sense, because every time you die, you start the loop again. That same sort of progression, but everything's knowledge based. So all you're doing is learning stuff. And theoretically, if I started a game afresh now, I could complete it straight away because I know what to do.
Because you know things.
Yeah.
Right,
But obviously, if you don't, you have to learn, and it's all about learning the world. It's basically a space exploration game. There's so many planets. And you fly around, like actually fly around, which is cool, like on and off the planets, and they've all got their own secrets to hold. And you go there with absolutely no idea of where you're going or what you're doing, and you just naturally explore and find stuff. Fantastic. Definitely play it. The reason I'm getting onto that is because do you think that would be a bit more your cup of tea?
I think so, yeah. I mean, just hearing the explanation of it, I think so, yeah, because I'm not losing anything. Now,
you could do a run and not learn anything. Yeah, that does happen. I did have many runs like that.
I do want to preface as well that I have enjoyed Dead Cells a lot. The combat is amazing. All the weapons are cool. It's just that little niggling part of my brain that really doesn't like having to redo stuff.
Yeah, so I cannot save what I've done.
Like Jedi Survivor, for example, playing through that. If you die, you go back to your meditation point. And
like a checkpoint.
Yeah, and... Yeah, that's not so bad because I'm not having to do that much. But I played it the other day and I was exploring a bit. So I didn't sit down at the nearest meditation point. And it kicked me right back, like miles away. And I just was shaking my head like, oh my God. But you can fast travel in that to the nearest one. So I ended up doing that. But I was like, my time. I only have so much time.
Well, that's why I think Souls-like games have that roguelike element, but it relies on the player remembering to save rather than it just doing it for you.
Yeah, which sometimes, yes and no. Like it does so much with FromSoft games, but there is kind of auto saving in a sense because you die, you lose all your stuff. but you have to go back and get your stuff.
Yeah, but if you die on the way to it, it's gone.
Then you've lost it. But it gives you another chance.
True.
What annoyed me the most was Ori, the first game, and I really hope they've addressed it in the second one when I play it. But if you don't manually save and you die, you go right back to the last time you manually saved.
I don't think that's in the second one.
Good.
Oh, no.
Unless there's very, very, very specific story beats, but they don't happen that often in that game. So the majority of it, you lose it all. Yeah, and I did so many times I forgot to save.
I remember the first Mass Effect when I finally got around to it. That was really bad for autosave. And I remember dying like halfway through a mission, and then it just put me back to the start of the mission. And this was like probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Come a long way with autosaves.
Yeah.
I think Resident Evil's conditioned me to this, because the early Resident Evils, it was how far do you dare going without saving again? Because you just go straight back to the last typewriter you're at, and you could put 3 hours in.
I'm so glad autosaves. But even now, some games when you don't know,
it's come a long way,
and you do that save and quit, and so you just do quit, and it says all unsaved progress will be lost, and I'm like, is it autosave?
Yeah, it's
is it manual? So you either do it.
Thanks for the prompt, but you've stressed me.
Like manual save anyway. But anyway, back onto Dead Cells. What about recommendations? Would you all recommend?
I definitely would. Yeah, I know I've just said all that thing about
absolutely
not liking going back to the start, but if you're looking for a game that you can just jump in and out of in between bigger games, or I have 20 minutes to play, let's do this, great. I've really enjoyed the actual combat of it and all the weapons and how well it's made. Honestly, give it a go.
Nice. Ben?
Definitely.
Absolutely, but in the way that I'm playing it, on your handheld, on your phone, I don't view that I would play it very much on my Xbox. If it was on that, I just wouldn't do it. I'd feel like I was doing the Xbox a disservice. I know it looks pretty and I know it's nice, but it's a 16-bit
fair, I found it hard
game
to go back to it playing it on the PlayStation. If I had it on my Switch, probably would have played it more out and about. Yeah. So I get
that's how I would recommend it. So I was, like I said, on my phone.
Yeah. What about you, Joe?
I would very much recommend it, but only on the caveat that it would change one little thing, and that was if the levels had the same shape every time you did it, so it had the element of knowledge and combat in roguelikes.
Yeah. So if everyone was the same,
because it expects you to do the level under a certain amount of time, but you can't remember.
I think
the level if it changes every time.
Do change because you would get a bit bored playing the same level each time. Potentially,
not if it's a progress based.
And certain things,
you're trying to get further every
certain
time.
Things appear every time. So you can always
like there's a massive treasure chest every time. It always seems to be in the same place, but all the roads leading to it.
Yeah, no, I get you. No, that's fair. It's a fair criticism.
Isn't it only the prison the dungeon that changes though? Doesn't like the ramparts and things don't change?
No, the Undead Promenade was different for me every time.
Always different.
When I first got onto it, there was like a whole minute or two that had no enemies. It was just ledges and stuff to jump over and spikes.
Yeah, definitely.
But then the next time I did it, it was like a whole stack of houses with enemies in it.
Yeah, I've had it.
Keeps it interesting.
But if you're expected to do something in a certain amount of time, you don't know how far into the level you are before you
sometimes I was just lagging it.
Yeah, same.
And then getting lost. Yeah.
So.
On the later levels, they've got so many lifts and different branching paths. There's no way you can know which way to go to the
I think after the first boss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing any after that.
Yeah, then it just becomes, I think, enemies.
Kills with that.
Yeah, and then I think it might even stop that.
I'm not sure past that point.
I think it's still a 60 of some kind. Is it a 60 second?
No, it's 60. You have to kill
because there's a 2 minute
60 enemies without being hit.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't grasp that at all.
It's hard to do. I only did it once in all my playthroughs. What about you anyway, Brad?
I've pretty much backed the majority of what you guys said. I'd recommend it. It's easy for someone to just pick up. I think that's good. I probably wouldn't caveat it. I'd maybe explain what a roguelike is. But if they bounce off it, there's not much of an investment, so it's fine. It's easy.
I mean, it's on PlayStation Essentials and
but
Xbox Game Pass.
Even like time investment, like you can play it for half an hour, and you can pretty much sure what it's going to be. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more of it. You're going to unlock really cool stuff going forward, but you know if it's going to gel with you or not, kind of after your first few runs. So I'd recommend it to try because All right, well, that's it. That's been us for this month, this episode of Gaming Garnish. Until next time, guys.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.